the voice. Was not expecting that at all. Oh my goodness.
You ready?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out for the first time ever Lost on You live by an artist called LP. I actually am unfamiliar, despite this video having 1.3 billion views. Whenever someone recommends me a video and it has over 1 billion views, I'm always shocked and just so interested to see what this music video is. Before we get into it, I'd like to give a quick shout to my partner for the channel, TuneLark, an amazing virtual musical learning company. Their whole mission is to empower teachers to create a fun, engaging learning process done at the comfort of your own home. You know, no hauling your instruments across town to study in a living room. There's a lot of research coming out about how effective virtual learning can be, whether you want to sing or play cello or guitar or learn music production or music composition. Does not matter, guys. This company has expert instructors in all of these things. So check out the link below to get 50% off your first trial lesson with TuneLark. Otherwise, guys, please do like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment for the algorithm. Leave suggestions, whatever you want to do. Leave a comment. Hit the bell. And if at the end of this I've enhanced your LP experience, your musical experience, consider joining my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Without further ado, let's get into this, guys. Okay. I'm liking this groove.
When you get older, plainer, saner, when you remember all the danger we came from.
Whoa, the voice. Was not expecting that at all. Oh my goodness.
When you get older, plainer, saner, when you remember all the danger we came from.
Okay, very naturally high-sitting voice.
When you get older, plainer, saner, when you remember all the danger we came from.
Yeah, so she uses it's a very nasal approach. It's a very light approach. It's obviously sitting high, but it sits about where you'd expect. You know, not super low, not super high. It's a pretty intimate place to start this song, right? And yeah, overall, just a more forward place sound. It's a pretty efficient sound, right? Even despite being soft singing, she's not using a ton of breathiness in the sound. There's still an element of purity. There's still an element that the vocal folds are getting pretty good closure here. So it's a rather efficient sound for being, you know, sung so softly.
Remember all the danger we came from.
And putting a little vibrato on the word from. That's always, I always love hearing a little vibrato come in the sound.
Remember all the danger we came from. Burning like embers, falling tender, longing for the days of no surrender years ago. And will you know?
I just love the approach here, though. It's just like, it's so casual, right? It's so casual. It's very much storytelling. It's very much poetry driven. You know, so far we don't have big sweeping vocal melodies. We don't have big vocal fireworks yet. Maybe that comes later in the song. But for the most part, it is very speech-like, poetry-driven, like just storytelling, like basic storytelling, and the background musical elements as well. The instrumentation very much supports that. It's simple, it's stripped down, it's not overdone, it's not overly produced. It is like, here it is, here you go.
Burning like embers falling tender, longing for the days of no surrender years ago. Then will you know? So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you.
All right, so now she's giving us some nice high belt range. I think up to a high B flat there.
Smoke 'em if
Yeah, G4 to B flat 4. Again, a nice efficient sound. We're getting a little bit, just a little bit of grit in the sound. There's a little extra air coming through the vocal folds, right? It's not a totally pure, efficient use like you would hear in like a musical theater belt. And of course, this is getting up into the range that I call healthy yelling, because physiologically, that's very much what a high chest belt is. It is a healthy form of yelling. You know, if a normal person yells really loudly, their vocal folds blow apart. There's a lot of air and turbulence and grit in the sound. If a singer or trained singer strengthens the vocal folds, learns how to belt in that upper chest range, it's the same power, it's the same body physiology as a yell, but the vocal folds stay together really cleanly. And it makes for a much louder sound, actually. You'd think a yell, kind of a primal yell, would be louder. If you can use that same energy, but with efficient use of the vocal folds, it's actually a much louder, bigger sound. But we're getting a nice belt up to a high B flat from LP here.
then will you know? So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down.
And just very accurate. Just like perfectly in the center of the pitch, going down that, descending down that scale.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you.
That was really pure, actually. Wait, I want to compare these. This might be a little more pure than I was expecting.
Smoke 'em if you.
Smoke 'em has a little bit of grit in the sound, but when she does that same motif on the second, and she opens up to that ah vowel, it's a totally pure belt.
Got 'em 'cause it's going down.
Right here.
All I ever wanted was
Really nice.
you. I'll never get to heaven 'cause I don't know how. Let's raise our glass up to
So tenor high C's here. It's a C5, and this is very much still connected in that pure chest voice. Again, very efficient. This is healthy yelling, folks. These high notes here, great example of healthy yelling. Good vocal fold closure. Using glottal attacks, to get the vocal folds together often, because it's sometimes hard to like nail a pitch that's really high, especially if you're only going to be on it for a second. A great way to have a short high belt, a not sustained high belt, is to do a nice glottal attack to get the vocal folds together really quickly up there.
let's raise to heaven 'cause I don't know how. Let's raise our glass up to all the things I've lost on.
C sharp 5, so up another half step there on honor things. And again, same chest connection, same healthy yell, really, really nice.
Glass up to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me I've been lost on you. Oh, just as you could cut me loose. Oh, everything I've lost on you is I lost on you. Oh.
Just like really, really nice belting, and she is sitting all the way up there. So C sharp, C, B flat, A flat, B flat. That's all very much in the upper chest range for any kind of vocalist, whether biological male or biological female. That's actually getting up towards the limit of what most singers can sing in pure chest voice, especially to remain up there for a long period of time. Usually an untrained biological female singer will crack into a head voice falsetto or get really yelly above like a B flat. It takes a trained singer like LP to be able to sing really comfortably and functionally and sustainably up above around that B flat. And she's getting up, you know, no problem up to that C sharp and C5 and C sharp 5 throughout this whole section. Just really, really nice, healthy yelling.
Tell me I've been lost on you. Just as you could cut me loose. Everything I've lost on you is that lost on you.
That's so clean. That just such a clean belt.
Lost on you.
That that's getting that glottal attack to get those vocal folds really nicely together to make sure that your voice doesn't crack up into a head voice or falsetto when you attempt those high belts. Glottal attack, great way to, or glottal onset rather, great way to accomplish that.
Is that lost on you? And I could see the machinations, understand the toil of expectations in your mind.
And then like totally radically different part of the voice. In your mind. All the way down to an F3. I'm obviously demonstrating an octave down. Down to an F3, definitely towards the very bottom of her pure chest range here. And, you know, that back to that intimate, she's letting a little bit of vocal fry come into the sound. She's letting more air come into the sound. Just totally, just so contrasting to this high belting we just heard.
Oh, baby, is that lost on you? Is that lost on you? Wished that I could see the machinations, understand the toil of expectations in your mind. Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time. And you're still mine.
And yeah, vocally very similar approach to those first couple verses we heard. Just that speech-like, poetry-driven, storytelling, not really singing like we get in the choruses.
Time. And you're still mine. So smoke up if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you.
Yeah, very, like pretty much carbon copy of the first approach here. Now what I'm going to be listening for going into the second chorus is changes that she makes between the first chorus and second chorus.
All I ever wanted was you. Let's take a drink of heaven, this can turn around. Let's raise our glass up to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me are they lost on you? Oh, just that you could cut me loose. Oh, after everything I've lost on you, is that lost on you?
It's very similar so far. I haven't heard anything obviously different as far as adding a riff here or adding an extra couple notes here. The vocal approach is all very much, I mean, it's kind of where it needs to be, right? Because if she does the first chorus all in this big, healthy yell, high belting stuff, probably not going to do the second chorus in like a head voice falsetto because the intensity would be totally different. The intention would be totally different. And how we receive it as an audience is totally different. So you can kind of only go up unless there's like a down section somewhere. But yeah, very similar approach, high belting, just as awesome as the first time.
Everything I lost on you is I lost on you. Is I lost on you. Baby, is I lost on you. Is I lost on you.
It does, I will point out, when she's doing these, I think they're all supposed to be, but because they're sitting so high, it really helps to open up the vowel at the top of them. So, it starts a little bit more like an ah or an ah, and then kind of morphs back into that o, which really helps the sound. It's hard. It's much more difficult to sing a really high belt with a closed mouth position. So it really helps a lot to just open it. Oh, instead of oh. And it adds a little variation and it makes it a little more interesting too. Ow. Yeah. So you can kind of notice the vowel shifting. As it tracks downward, the vowel closes some. So I've been playing guitar for like a year, and guitar players continue to amaze me. I have one of my best friends is an excellent professional guitar player in Nashville, and the more I play, the more I realize how difficult it is, the more I am impressed. And I'm still in no position to comment on guitar solos really, other than how they work artistically, because I just don't have that level of technique yet. But yeah, shout out to guitar players. Wow, that is totally unexpected and awesome. Really high head voice here with... Those are soprano high Cs. Just like beautiful soprano high Cs. And what's cool about LP, and I've talked about this before, is vibrato speed. Part of a big element of your vibrato speed, if your technique is decent, is just genetic. It's just natural. And so you can tell LP has a very, very fast vibrato. I can't even make mine go that fast because I know how to, with all the opera training, I know how to speed it up and slow it down a little bit, but you have to stay in your own lane as far as vibrato speed to do it healthily. And hers is very, very, very fast compared to the average vibrato. But man, just beautiful soprano high Cs with great vocal fold closure and a nice natural vibrato speed. That just came out of absolutely nowhere. I love those too. So those are all, it's really cool. We're getting a soprano high C, a C6, in the head voice, and then we're getting C5s in the chest voice in those wah wah wah. It's such a cool contrast to hear. Great groove, man. Yep, come on. Yo, wow. I gotta say, I was not expecting, given where the voice started, given where the vocal technique started in the song, I was not expecting, those just phenomenal high belting, that healthy yelling quality, and I certainly was not expecting really, really high head voice, because that takes training. It's very rare that someone has it naturally. And most people who sing predominantly in chest voice, namely basically anyone that's not a female voice type in the classical world, in the opera world, that trains primarily in head voice, like that, the M2 vocal production, usually people are really chest voice dominant when singing outside of the classical world, and then have pretty weak head voice or weak falsetto when they flip up there. So it's amazing to hear LP, who has both really strong high chest voice and just phenomenal high head voice as well. So shocking. Was not expecting that at all. Need to check out more of her stuff. Really awesome. Really enjoyed this. Thanks for all who were recommending this awesome artist. Guys, once again, shout out to TuneLark for being a partner. If you want to learn any instrument, right? Voice, piano, guitar, music production, music composition, go check them out. It's fun. It's very game-based learning. It's virtual learning. Do it from the comfort of your own home. Check out the link below to get 50% off your first trial lesson with TuneLark. Guys, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell. If I enhanced your LP experience, consider joining my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.